So whatever goes in last into your mind should be very important, because it's what cooks through here. So when I talk about the mental arena, I want to say to people one thing. When we're talking about the mental diet, I say beware of stinking thinking. Because 80% of what we worry about never happens. You know that, right? And how much money and time and energy do we invest in stinking thinking? So stress occurs in the mind to begin with, okay? And there's a phenomenal book that links your thinking to a lot of things happening to you by Dr. Gabor Mate. It's called When the Body Says No. And you'll see how thinking patterns directly link to people's illnesses. And he worked in all of the most difficult places in medicine and observed this. Thoughts come and go as they please. You need to choose how you relate to them. Attachment to a thought causes stress. Okay, so we have to learn what I call healthy detachment, where you can observe and acknowledge something without buying into it. The minute we buy into it, the minute we accept it as just the truth, we set ourselves up. I have a process I use that a wonderful author, her name is Byron Katie, and she has a book called Loving What Is. And in that she says, challenge every thought you have. Oh, this person should be smiling at me. Oh, so she would say, well, Taron, is that true? And she'd go, are you 100% sure that this person should be smiling at you? And I go, yeah. And she goes, and how does it make you feel when you have that thought? And then she goes, who are you when you don't have that thought? And then she says, isn't it really true that the person shouldn't be smiling at you? Because they're not. Right? The fact is they're not. So why are you fighting with what is and causing stress? So how many times in our life does the mind do that to us? Causing that level of stress, because we're all into what I call in many of my lectures, shoulding on yourself. Never should on yourself. Okay? They always remember that one somehow. You got to watch the ego's work here, because the ego is a natural controlaholic. Any controlaholics here? We're going to start a group today, Controlaholics Anonymous. Okay? Controlaholism tells us we're indispensable, we're over-responsible, we're martyrs, and we just have to be in charge. And that's where the stinking thinking takes over, because we worry when we feel we're losing control or don't have total control. And control is an illusion. Anybody wants to disagree with me, I want you to take a deep breath, I want you to hold it for 10 minutes, and then we'll talk about it. We'll just see who's running the show here. Okay?